5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from San Francisco, broadcasting around the world. You're listening to the Armon Wiggins Radio Show.
Oh my God. Who's ready for a legendary mother frickin' show? Okay? Who's ready for a legendary show? Listen, there's with the tea going on like this, there's no way I can get my freaking voice back, okay? It's a lot going on. We have over 500 people in the chat. I don't know how many people we have in the chat right now, but it's a lot going on. And we are definitely going to get into some mother beeping things, okay? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Armon, and yes, I'm wearing a t-shirt that I just wore the day before yesterday because I felt like I didn't get enough wear out of this damn look. But what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Same t-shirt, different day. All right, when you're sitting around the house, you find yourself wearing the same shit every day. I know I'm not the only one, okay? But listen, we're getting into a lot of things today. We have a lot to talk about. We'll have a special guest coming through. If you're a returning subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, then welcome and hello. And I know a lot of you bum bitches are watching in the back. Hi, haters. Okay, because we're going to get into some things, and we have some exclusive information, okay? First, I was supposed to do something. I've made such the mistake, but I just want to shout out to everybody that's watching, the Armon Wiggins lovers, the Armon Wiggins haters, and the people that I'm feeding today with content. Hi to all of you guys. How are you guys doing? You know you love me. All right, let's get to the basics. Let's just get into some things. We'll have Richard Lomax in the building. Oh, somebody said who? Somebody might have not known who Richard Lomax is, because we're gonna just start with the T. If you don't know who Richard Lomax is, Richard Lomax is well, actually, Richard Lomax was one of the co-hosts for On Site, Ra Ali's On Site, and he recently started his own show, One Station Head. So we want to go ahead and support Richard Lomax and things like that, and go to his show and support him and all of those things. He will be on here later in the program, and we'll get into some things. But I want to get into some things with this Ra Ali, TASHA K, Cardi B. It's a lot going on. TASHA, I hope you're listening, because, girl, you got to get ready. Now, it's been a lot going on the on-site camp, and they've been wanting a lot of publicity. So, listen, now we're going to give it to you. But I've got some exclusive information. I was on a phone call earlier today, just running my mouth, gibbering and jabbering, and then getting some tea. And we'll get into some more tea with Richard later. However, I was trying to really understand what was the tea with, Ra Ali, Tasha K, Nicki Minaj. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all about that. Oh, I got that tea too. What tea do you want first? All right, let me tell you the first tea first. So this is nothing that we didn't already know. So apparently, Ra Ali sets up attacks for Cardi B, like almost attack traps. Now, this is exclusive information that I got from an exclusive source on the inside, okay? That will set up attacks against Cardi B because she knows that Cardi B, that's one of Cardi's weaknesses, and Cardi B will fall into those traps. So, classic troll. And you know what? I understand it. I feel like she's doing it because she wants to get the views and the clicks for On Site, which makes sense. Whenever I come against Ra and On Site, my only problem with that was the fact that it felt like she wouldn't say that her highest views come from Cardi B. And then so many Cardi B haters and people that don't like Cardi B would make it like Cardi B is tripping when in all actuality, these are calculated, thought out plans to derive a reaction from Cardi B just to gain popularity on your social media. And so I think I would respect a person more if they just said that. I don't think anybody is surprised by that information. I certainly wasn't. I knew that to be true. I just didn't know that it was a thought out plan. And I got the tea that she actually, the knot thing, her plan was is pretty much to ride that knot out to as long as she could. The whole Harper's Bazaar thing. Yes, girl. So these are, like we all thought, these are calculated plans. These are calculated plans for clicks and views and to get reactions out of Cardi, because once she gets the reaction, then people travel over to on site. So Riley, you're trash for that, girl. You're really, 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 really trash for that. And you're more so trash not for doing it, because as a blogger, you do what you do. You find your favorite celebrity and you write them. However, you just don't like Cardi B, so just say it, and also say that she makes you money and that you're not paying anybody either. I got a lot of tea that she doesn't pay anybody. Nobody. The only person that gets paid is Riley, and she does the least amount of work, but she does not pay anybody. This is apparently what I've been told. Okay. So she calculates these attacks on Cardi B because she knows that Cardi B will fall for the trap. And Cardi, you got to stop falling for these traps. Okay. She strategically plans them. Like, it's almost like, all right, so this is what we're going to say this, and then we're going to say that. And then boom, she reacts and then hopes that Cardi reacts. And a lot of times Cardi B reacts to it and it works. And that was how they were building on site. And two, there's some tea about TASHA K. Now, a lot of people were wondering, like, why isn't Rob responding to TASHA K? Why isn't Rob responding to TASHA K? So apparently, now this is all allegedly. Everything I'm saying tonight is allegedly. TASHA K, listen closely. So apparently, Ra Ali has hired, and I've got this from a very, very, very close source, a private investigator to do hired a private investigator to do a full-on background check on TASHA K, so then she could go and air it out. So that's why she hasn't responded. And if you know what, like we know, then TASHA K and Ra Ali don't even really get along. But she had never responded. Well, girl, sources close to the camp are saying that, bitch, it was just a matter of time, because TASHA had it coming, because Ra had paid a whole investigator to watch and do background checks on TASHA K. Wow. That's some investigative work. And she was going to expose and air TASHA K out. So be careful, TASHA K. Check everything. Check all your surroundings, girl. I know you know how to do that. I mean, shit, y'all probably hire the same person because you be doing background checks and stuff on people anyway. But not for nothing. TASHA K is trash to me too. But at the same time, let's just be honest. There's not much about TASHA K that we don't know, okay? So there's a lot of this stuff out there, and her criminal record and background, that's all plastered in the news. So I don't really think that TASHA K is really frightened by your background check. So good luck with that. And I'll be here for whatever you find out. And you know what? Oh, I don't know if I should really get into that. I'm gonna keep that piece of tea for myself. Put that in my purse. But I will give you this tea. This tea, I was like, well, I'm not gonna give you this because this is some good tea, girl. I could probably use this myself. But no, there's another piece of tea here with the Nicki Minaj situation. Okay. So apparently, Ra and Nicki are not cool. They okay, but they're cordial. It's more of a situation where they got cool, everything, they were cool. They fell out. then they got back cool, but it was never the same. So now things are more like transactional. Do you know this information? Okay, cool. I got this. But it's not chummy girlfriend stuff. They don't hate each other. They're not enemies, but it's very much so high and by. Now I'm not getting into the details why or why not, but understand, like I said, they're not BFFs, but we knew that as well. Okay. So you can stop faking like you cool, Riley. However, she's going to do that because the Barbs support her. She has that Barb fan base. Okay. So I think that's a lot of the reason why that is what it is. And I think that she realized whatever happened, I don't know exactly what happened, but whatever had transpired, I really think that she feels bad about it and she just wants to maintain the piece of information. Remember, we've heard a couple of things. We've heard that she was trying to get TV shows and things like that. And we've also heard that she was going around New York being messy and telling all of Nicki Minaj's business. And we've also heard that I think I was listening to Richard Lomax the other day, and we also heard that, Ra has discussed him amongst people in their circle. So that's a lot of tea. Now I'm going to see if we can get Richard Lomax on the line because I do want to talk about his video, but I don't want to talk about it without him here. So I just want to give you that little piece of information that I had kind of slipped through my hands. Now we can get into the real tea and let's see if we can get Richard on the line. Okay, so Richard, the number is 563-999-3658. Okay, now he's supposed to be coming on and getting into some things, so we will see. Just give me a second, okay? Just give me a second. And then let me see. This is not the first time that Richard has been here. Let me see. Do I have his? Okay, Richard, I'm waiting on you. So while we wait on Richard, hopefully he comes. While we wait on Richard, hold on. Oh, here we are. Okay, Rich, hold on. Without further ado.
Oh, you had me muted?
Yes, Richard Lomax! Yes, hello? Hello, Richard? Hello? I heard you. Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. Richard Lomax! Can you hear me? Oh, here you go. Hello, Richard. Okay, so, let's first start by saying, that I've always loved and adored you. And before we even get into the nooks and crannies of all this is not even a messy situation. A lot of people don't know that you were one of my first interviews on YouTube.
Yes.
So I've always had a lot of love and respect for you.
I've always loved and respected your channel. So I didn't mind doing that interview at all.
Yes, and I'm glad to actually have you back here. However, we did run through a bumpy road over the last couple of weeks, Richard.
We did. I had to block you for my loyalty to the people that you have been attacking on this platform. I mean, some of the things I agree with, but some things I didn't. But that has nothing to do with it because a lot of times I'll agree and disagree. But the reason I had to go because I was trying to be loyal to Miss Thang over there on the other side of the channel and to Big Neck. I was trying to be loyal to her too.
And so one thing I wanted you always to know though is that, and I respect your loyalty because a lot of people don't understand loyalty, and I get that, and that's why I even sent you a text because people were like, "What's going on with Richard? Which one on with Richard?" And I'm be honest with you, and up until I got you on the phone, it was almost like chow. I didn't know if this was real or fake. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people didn't know, but then I had listened to it and I seen what's going on, and I text you because even with you being blocking me and us being on separate sides, at the end of the day, like I told you privately, you and I are gay brothers in a sense. Okay, we are connected in that. And when it gets down to the F word, sometimes there becomes a division between gay men, women, and it doesn't matter what woman hates who or who likes what and whatever. You know, when it comes down to respect, you will really start to see who feels what, who sides with who, and where the alliances really stand. So it didn't really matter because I knew at the end of the day, like I always wanted you to understand that me going after on site, contrary to what anybody else would say, that had nothing to do with you or had nothing to do with anybody else that thinks that they are affiliated, because they're literally nothing. You get what I'm saying? But it was on site. It was Ra Ali. There was not, I'm going after the boss. I'm going after the ones that's getting paid. I'm going after the ones in the blogs. I'm not talking about free interns. Okay. I'm talking about, Cardi B. I'm talking about when it gets to, using a person for clicks and views. That's what we're talking about. So it had nothing to do with you because I liked you, and everybody else that was there. They're non-motherfucking factors. They're just casualties. They're nothing, literally nothing. But so I'm glad that you finally got to that place. Now that I have you on the phone, Richard, let's just talk about, is this real? Is this a publicity stunt? Like, did you really quit?
Yeah, but before we get into that aspect of it, I guess just to clear up the reason why I unblocked you.
Okay, go ahead.
Because for one, I didn't have my own personal beef or issues with you. It was just that I was trying to be loyal to those who you were coming for. However, I unblocked you was because those same people that I thought had my back allowed their channel to drag me with these different allegations of me being this type of person and doing this for this reason and not defending me after we had conversations. So you allowed that to happen. You didn't clear up the truth without taking a side. You allow people to drag me, and that is fine. So now I'm going to have my own back since nobody else has it. Fuck Ra. And I'm going to say it again.
That's a motherfucking fact.
On a different channel, because I don't think I should have said that word.
No, that's fine.
Am I allowed to do that?
No more. But
no.
You heard what he said. Okay? You heard what he said. Hey, listen.
Finish him.
Richard. Anything else you want to go ahead and say? We got 2,000 people watching. Go ahead and say what you need to say and address whoever you need to address.
Loyalty works both ways. My experience with you, not you, but with Ra, is my experience with Ra. So I'm included in that experience. So if I decide to tell my truth and my story about what transpired, then I'm going to do that. You will never get any outside information that does not involve me. That's not my concern. However, I got my own back, and I'm going to have it going forward. I'm tired of relying and putting my trust and my friendship in these people that don't have great relationships to begin with. Yes. It's not her first fallout. This is not her first fallout with friends. But this is her last one with me because I've forgiven her and made up with her several times throughout the duration of 5 years of friendship. And I am finished. You will never disrespect me again. I don't give a fuck, excuse my language, how anybody feels. I don't. I could give less than an F how anybody feels.
And I think that's very important. And I think outside of the hoopla, and I think outside of the laughing and the kiki and the shit, I think people need to understand the magnitude of what you felt. And I think that it's not fair that some people expect you to either not have said anything or they are really downplaying it with a, well, what if, or why is, or but we can't say, or why can you say, and this is contradictory. None of that is important. I was working with someone who was my friend, and we'll get into some things. We won't go all the way there, but you were thoroughly disrespected beyond the line.
Absolutely.
And
I
so,
was just on the phone with.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just on the phone with a friend prior, a good friend, a good sister of mine, and she and I argue here and there. She has not once disrespected me in that way, and I don't disrespect her in that way. When it comes down to the levels of disrespect, Ryan and I go back and forth playing with each other.
Okay, hold on. Okay, before we get into it, because a lot of people may not know what happened. What did she say? What happened? Just what did she? Why are you pissed?
When I hung up from arguing with her, but about something that somebody else did, which everybody gets the blame in that group, I guess. Somebody else did some shit on their live, and I guess I got the wrath of it. I had nothing to do with it. So I got disrespected. When I hung
Okay,
up
hold
on
on. Can you get into anything that they said on the live? What happened on the live? You don't have to. I'm just asking. Can you speak on that?
I can, but that's just nor here nor there because, you know, we don't want to bring too much attention to other people that are irrelevant at this moment.
Okay.
The situation happened where they did something they wasn't supposed to do, but they weren't aware of it.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there on the phone with this person trying to understand what the problem was so that I could go back and fix it. And then I get a call 7 times from Ra. And on the 7th call, I was like, girl, let me call you back real quick because this child is annoying me. I answer, I call her back and I say, yes. Right then and there, she starts to lose her mind. And I'm like, well, who are you talking? I'm talking to you. And then continue. So by that time, I started screaming to the top of my lungs. And I realized, I'm like, what are you doing, fool? I hung up the phone, and as soon as I hung up the phone, I get a text message. I guess it was supposed to be the message that was supposed to come in when I wasn't answering because it came straight in. It said, answer the MFing phone, you MFing FAGGOT. It's confusing because I can't curse.
Yes.
ASSBITCH.
Yes. She called you a ass fat. Okay, I just beeped it out. So, but she called you a BAFAGGOT. Yes. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
In all caps.
And then, in all caps, and then the rest of the remainder was stay out of my MFing business.
Stay out of. Okay. So she felt like you were in her business, or she felt like you were being messy, contributing to a messy live. And so basically, I'm trying to figure out what made her that angry with you to call you a mother effing FAGGOT, and you guys are friends and colleagues. Why would she go that far, do you think? Huh?
Because the friends that I have don't call me names like that, even in the heated, most disrespectful arguments where we're talking about each other's parents and whatever. It's just the level of respect that certain things you just don't say. I'm not talking about her ovaries. I'm not doing any of that.
You didn't, because you would have been wrong if you would have went back and said something about her child or something like that.
There are people that come to her in the comments, and I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, are you talking about her deceased child? That's something that I wouldn't do. But to me, on a different level, you call me something that I have dealt with from grade school to adulthood. I am finally comfortable in my 30s like I should have been in my 20s.
And I think that's important. Because I feel like a lot of women will say, well, gay boys can call each other that, or you call us fish. And I was seeing different people say, so why is it a problem for Ra to call you that? Because they say that you guys joke like that, and they've heard you've allowed other people to say to talk like that to you. Now, what do you say to those people that say that, listen, Richard, that's how y'all talk to each other. You call her big back. You say she's no neck and, no hair. And now all of a sudden you feel some type of way about her calling you a FAG. Now you're a contradiction. How do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
Well, where is the contradiction? If we're talking and we're shooting game, we're talking SHIT to each other, then that's what we're doing. However, you allowed me to call you big bag, big neck. The conversation we had was keep doing that. Like, that's good for promotion. That's fine. Keep talking about me. I don't care. Like, that's how our friendship is. It is. However, there's a level And she knows that because she's done that before. And I informed her because she was drunk. She's like, if you don't get your little essay, chill. I was like, Rob, in a laughing matter. I was like, girl, don't say that. Don't play with me, girl, saying that. However, this time, it was meant with the intent to hurt. It was meant to pinch you. It was meant for you to feel that. She was angry, but she was directing her anger at the wrong person.
Yeah,
but she does that a lot. I'm not the only person that she disrespects.
Okay.
I'm just the only person that don't tolerate it.
So when we get into I want to stay on you for a second in this word, and then we can get into the disrespect, because I want people to understand the impact that this word has on us. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of them don't understand. And I think you made a very good point on your show that, hey, listen, you don't know what it's like being in elementary or middle school and walking past some boys and they calling you the F word and you're being insulted for no reason. There's no way that the F word could be in any term of endearment coming from a heterosexual community. And as loosely as she was ready to say it, the reason why I personally feel like the line is drawn in the sand with her, because people are probably thinking, you're messy, you're going to sit with Armon, you're doing this, you're speaking out. Absolutely not. If I have any female friends, and I've had some, or females that I work with, if you call me the F word, it's over. Because to me, you can I don't deal with a lot of females on a daily basis because of this. You are literally the prime example of why. Because when things get rough and you get mad, they will go and they start calling you the F word. Not all, but there's quite a few that really, they don't really like you. They don't really accept you like that. Okay. It's all good when you're doing the hair, the makeup, the nails. You talking about who fine and who not, who's straight and who not. But in all reality, girl, they don't want you to be cool with their man. They man can't think that you cool. They can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't be too fly or whatever, like, because then it's going to be like, you like that faggot boy? Like, what you doing? Like, why you cool with, like, it's a problem. And I feel like all of that, when she called you that, she expressed that she was one. In that moment, this is when fish will become derogatory. That at that moment, she became messy, sloppy fish. When she called you that.
So my thing is, her assistant is who I love. I love her. Her assistant is white. So they're cool as hell, tight as hell, right? By any means, does she walk up and say, we're real cool, what's up, my nigga? Is she not allowed to say that to a black woman and she's white? But they're cool as hell. Is Ra allowed to call me FAG? What's the difference? They're both not. She didn't mean it like that. She was cool. You let her slide with everything else. Why she can't slide with that word? What's the difference? When she and I are playing and we're going back and forth, we are literally going back and forth. We are both insulting each other in a laughing manner. And it is allowed because we agreed that that was going to happen. We agreed that I could speak to her like that, and she was okay with it. And I agreed that she could speak to me like that, and I'm okay with it. I've never agreed, and I expressed to her that that word is never acceptable for any reason, especially since I'm around. So she could be calling a straight man a FAG. That is not acceptable because I'm around. That word holds volume. Just like the word BITCH. To some, they don't like to be called that. If you don't like to be called a BITCH, then therefore don't use that word with other people. So if you don't like it, I'll apologize, and I'll say, well, I didn't know. That I offended you by calling you that, and I deeply apologize and won't use it again. But with the word BITCH, there's so many different levels to that word that could be taken good or bad. However, with the word FAG, I don't know too many people who use that word for a good term of endearment.
It's not a good term of endearment, and we don't even use that as a term of endearment, because when we're trying to be messy or when we're reading, we will go there and see, and this is this is another piece, because I was listening to different lives and hearing people talk about it, and this is what kind of frustrated me, and this is one of the main reasons why I wanted you on here, and then we'll get into some more things. But at the same time, I want to get into the fact that when we start talking about the FAG comment, and then I hear people saying, Well, why is it a problem for, they start bringing the black woman topic when it has nothing to do with that? Why is it a problem
Nothing.
for this person, this group to say this and we get called that, or this person gets, or this group gets called that? Listen, it's not about you at this moment. Understand that someone called me a derogatory name and I was offended by it. Why does it have to be a tit for tat? This is not about you. This is about the fact that the F word, we all know, is a bad word. But I watch people try to bring in the word fish and this. Well, if you can say fish, well, half of y'all didn't even know what the hell fish was until 2 months ago. No. We've been saying that for years.
They weren't supposed to know, because that's the conversation we have amongst each other.
Right. And then, well,
like trade. Just like trade.
And that's just like straight men being upset that we talk about trade. Trade don't mean nothing bad. But let's be very clear. And I don't want to get into a fish topic because we're going to move on. But I want to let this be very clear, because somebody made this clear to me. Fish has a double meaning. The F word doesn't have a double meaning. Fish has a double meaning because a lot of women feel some type of way about that word. And fine, you can have that. And yes, it can be used as a derogatory word. Yes. And that's fine. But at the same time, there's times that I've used it prior to all of this, and I could just be on the phone with you, kikiing, and be like, girl, it's me. We got some tray here, bitch. My fish girlfriend is here. And and it's a couple of butch queens here, and we get into some things. For me, that's a positive turn. I've never said, oh, it's me and some faggots here, and we can. No, you don't ever say that. Like a girl could never say, oh, hey, I'm just kicking it with my faggot friend. What? You get what I'm saying? It don't even what?
But even then, if she did that, I'd be like, "What you say, girl? Don't say no SHIT like that." And then I would correct. I was like, "Don't call me that like that." I wouldn't be out here. But the intent behind the word FAG, the way she said it to me, was to take me down, to make me feel less than.
Yes.
And people want to know, well, what did you do? What does it matter what I did? Don't call me that.
Don't call you not because you're friends, and especially because now, Richard, you've said on your show that there were times that, I mean, it's clear to say that you weren't getting paid from on site, but you would be there every week.
I'm not the only one not getting paid.
Okay, so who's all getting paid and who's not getting paid?
I don't even think getting paid like that, to be honest with you, because she's coming out of our pockets for a lot of things. She likes to bring up the idea of this big old contract that she's getting from doing this. That contract only permits itself to be liable when she actually reaches a certain peak with numbers.
Okay, now I did get some tea like this. That girl, I don't know if you can really get into this, but because this is a little messy, but they did say that she's recording in her conference room of her apartments. She doesn't have any studios. That's her apartments. Is that true?
No, it's not in her apartment, but I mean, it's a choice versus, it's a choice. It's for comfortability.
Okay. So it's free, is what you're saying.
It's a really nice setup.
I told you it's really, really nice. Remember, I told you it was fab. I loved it, but I just wanted to get into some things. Okay, and so she's not getting paid. You're not getting paid. And everybody else affiliated with it is not getting paid. Now, have you ever came out of pocket? Because you did say, I think I heard you say that you would take your own Ubers and stuff out of town.
Yeah. When I left my house, I parked my car at the airport. That cost based on the hours or based on the days. And then when I got to the where I was going, I would get in a $50 Uber, and then when the show was over, I get in another $50 Uber to come back home. Now, I have the money, but I would constantly say, I don't have it. And that's my slogan. Ever since I knew
mine
that,
too. I don't have it.
Use you. Right. That was my slogan. Ever since I did something for her and she didn't pay me back right away, I was like, oh hell, I ain't got it. Don't have it. And that's been my saying for the last, I ain't got it. So it always looks like I don't have it. So I'm like, you got some money? It's because I'm asking her to pay for things that she's requesting. Okay. Now, any gift that she's given, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the gift. However, the things that you are requesting, you need to pay for.
Like, what are the things that she was requesting? Like, what was
she?
she requesting? I'm talking as far as on site. What are things that she was requesting of you to do that she wasn't paying for? Now we're talking about the blog.
In the beginning, book this flight and come here. So I was like, book what? I was like, girl, this is like 5 days before the show. What are you talking about, book a flight? Just book the flight. I booked the flight. Now I'm paying for my car fare, my flight, and all of this on something that I don't want to do and that I didn't plan on doing.
And I think, and I think it's very important for the people that don't know Richard Lomax. I think this is very key here. Richard Lomax, hold on. Richard Lomax is a celebrity. What are you, makeup artist?
Yeah.
Okay. Celebrity stylist. Yes. So, and On Site is a gossip blog. So my thing is this: Richard Lomax, they could be discussing. Are we allowed to say who one of your biggest clients are, or no?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, so Richard Lomax, okay, so he has clients, right? So the thing is this: they watching On Site, and you know, could you imagine being discussed as a topic and seeing your makeup artist there? So that could be bad for business. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but I'm just saying if you're sitting up here gossiping, doing celebrity news, well, eventually, if you're a celebrity makeup artist to the stars, maybe one of your clients is going to be news one day. And so if you're not sitting up there getting paid, you could be risking your livelihood just to sit up with Ra Ali at On Site for free.
Yeah. So a few times she didn't care. She brought up a few people that I work with and disrespected them on the show. And one time I got up. The other time I act like I didn't know what she was talking about. And I had a part-time job at Sephora. And she told me I need to quit my job because that was nothing. Like it was nothing.
Wait a minute. She told you to quit your job at Sephora because you had a part-time job, and she said it's nothing. Why because she wanted you to come in, or what happened? Say that one more time. I missed that.
I had a part-time gig at Sephora, and I was working, of course. I like working. I don't like the hustle in me is annoying. So I don't mind working. I'm not exempt to work. She feels like you don't need a job. You don't need that job. That job is beneath you. Get you another one. Why don't you just come work for me full time on site? We could do this daily versus once a week.
Okay.
I was like, I take care of my mother. Mm-hmm. I work and my bills are expensive. I said, if I'm not going on tours with my girl, I'm doing my side clients and I'm doing my everyday people as well. So I'm making my coins. I said, but when when you're working for yourself, you have your moments in business where
they good and they bad, baby. You know, I know, child. This is my job. This is my business. So it's up and down. Okay.
Right. So in that aspect, you have to either save for the rainy days or you get you a side gig to where you can go put the work in so you don't deplete your savings. So her concept of me working is something that was beneath her, and she made light of a joke on what I was doing for a living. And I looked at her differently after that. There's a few things I looked at her differently about. But I'm always going to work and make my money. I don't have my hand out. If my hand is out, it's because you're asking me to do something. So I'm asking you for compensation for it. So on the show, when we were playing around about how she had this and had that and how I was always asking for money, anything I ask her for is compensation for something that she's requesting.
So do you run the site? So or did you do any work? Like how does the work break down? Like, because at the same time, if you're not doing any work and she's doing all the work, then maybe you don't need to get paid.
I didn't want to be paid. But if you're asking me for these specific requirements, then you need to be coughing up some cash. The same way you coughed up $1,000 during this pandemic for people that are viewing and watching the show. She gave away $1,000. She gave away $50 here and there, $25 here and there, while you have two co-hosts. Okay. Or one co-host and, an addition.
And an intern,
and
right.
Neither one of us and neither one of us got any of that.
Well, now Richard, now you said that you want, and I know the intern for sure says that they don't like to be paid. They don't like money. They only like to beg. So they don't want to be paid. They want to beg. Now you're saying you did it as a friend, but you've been there since the Brooke Bailey days when they was on site on Instagram Live and they would call you in. I remember it since back then. So now I'm just trying to figure out how did the work break down? You know, like who was running the website now that you're like, is she running the on-site page?
No, I think there's writers that get paid. Not sure how much.
Okay, so somebody's getting paid, but nobody on camera was getting paid. But yet she was giving out $1,000, but didn't think to give you or the intern any money. Did you guys ask?
And these writers, no, I didn't. I was doing it for her because I never wanted to do on site.
Did you ever sit back and be like, does this bitch think that she's getting over on me?
Yeah, because when I quit the first time, it was because she was disrespectful. And one of the people that was working there, he kind of got us to speak again. And even in that, she was kind of not taking the blame for her activities. She was more so trying to do the blame game when all she had to do was not disrespect me in a public group chat. All she had to do was pull me to the side and have a conversation. She decided to do it publicly. And then when I informed her, you can't be talking to me crazy, especially in front of people. That is embarrassing. She said, oh, well, we're going to do it right there where it happened over something that was so small. So that was when I quit the first time where everybody was like,
because you said that she was a narcissist also in your live video. So, and you said that, you know, and you also said that she does think everything she does, down from having you on there, making people laugh, which you make people laugh, to having interns and all of this stuff, all is about her. And there's false promises, but everybody's end goal is not the same. And really, everybody is basically being used in the pond to build Ra Ali. And she really pretty much doesn't care about anybody else. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
I feel like she does care, but in the aspect of caring, she's only going to care but so much unless it benefits her in the end. So, you know, there are certain things that she'll do, and you'll be like, oh, my gosh, she is so sweet. And then later on you look and you be like, well, I'll be damned. She did this for this reason? So anything that she does is to benefit herself. She's very selfish. She's disrespectful.
Okay.
Her loyalty lies within herself, but she likes to promote that it lies with everybody else. And just certain things you just don't do. Yeah, loyalty is designed and set up depending on who you are and what you feel loyalty is. My loyalty is set up differently. And I don't have loyalty anymore for somebody that is disrespectful.
Definitely not when they call you the F word as a gay man. I mean, it doesn't matter what the discrepancy was. Let me tell you this. If nobody else supports you, and I sit here with 2,474 people and 76,000 subscribers, and they all know, and I've been canceled, but my people that really support me, because a lot of these people is just, people looking for content, people from that other channel that love me, bitch, and they hate me because I'm that motherfucking bitch. And my people. But I will sit here and say, listen, it doesn't matter. Even though my core is 90% women on YouTube, I don't play that game. And I will let you know in a minute that F word, I don't play that game. And I'm not one of these gay boys that will play up to the women to get super chats and subscribers, because my integrity and my respect and I demand means more than your fucking support. You're not going to disrespect me on that level. I don't give a damn who you are. So I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to have a lot of people turn on you, particularly females, because they feel like that you should have ignored it or not said anything or downplayed it. However, if you would have came for her baby father or her kids or her ovaries or her weave or her vagina, then you would have been a man, a gay man that's coming for women. that needs to come for a man. That's what she would have been.
I have come for her vagina. I have come for her man. I have come for her weave and her edges. But she's come for my butthole. She's come for my. She's come for the.
Okay, that's enough, Richard. Stop. Okay.
We were playing. So, we agreed that it was okay for us to play like that. That was the dynamic of our relationship, which led into the show. But she has never disrespected me to that level and called me out my name with the intent to hurt me. So that's the reason. There are things that led up to me like, I got to cut her off. But I kept going. Oh, I got to cut her off. Kept going. I was sitting.
So my thing is this.
Other people around me.
Okay, so
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Disrespecting other people around me. And I would sit there and I'm like, well, you say, well, she could never talk to me like that.
Well,
and
yeah, tell us what she would say. What would she say to the people around you? Don't go. Yes. Listen, Richard, I know you just didn't think you was going to sit up here in front of 3,000 people and me not get into some things. Come on, Richard. What would she say?
I'm not going to go into detail on what she said, but it was very condescending, calling people stupid and, for the smallest
stupid
thing, you'd be
like what? Like what, Richard? What would somebody do? Would somebody fart on cam and then she'd call them stupid or what?
You are nosy. I guess a plug would get to be disconnected during the show.
Oh, okay.
And it got to be stupid because it has something I knocked down. Are you fucking? Oh, Lord,
go ahead.
Are you stupid?
And she would go off like that, like in a rage?
Go off in rage. And you'd be like, are you serious?
Has the show ever got shut down? Has there ever been like a big old blow up because everybody's got disrespected and went off right before you guys went on air?
No, because a lot of people will hug the abuser. They will cater the abuser, and they won't stand up to the abuser. Okay. So when my turn came to be disrespected for the third time, I snapped.
Okay. So tell us about the first time you were disrespected. Just quick, what did she say to you?
Oh, I don't remember the first
time. Okay, what was the second time?
Big instances. Well, I don't remember the second time. I just remember big things that happened. The first thing was with Remy. She disrespected me then. She allowed herself to listen to somebody who lied on me. And she went with her because she had more respect for Remy. So she believed what she said.
Okay.
And come to find out, it was her hairstylist that lied on me. So she believed her. We didn't speak for a year because of that.
Okay, let me ask you this. You also made a statement that she falls out with everybody and she doesn't have much friends. Are you able to give us some information on what happened with her and Brooke? Are they friends?
Ooh, that's some real. Y'all got to pay for that tea. That's
okay. I understand. Okay, so they're not. Okay, so they're not. So they're not friends. But Nikki and Brooke are friends. No. Because they still follow each other.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're probably cool. I wouldn't say they're friends, but they.
Do you
cool.
think that Nicki Minaj inspired on site? Queen Radio inspired on site?
No. But what I do think is Ra was, she saw talent, or she saw the fact that I was very humorous, and our dynamic kind of linked, similar to, two other people that were really good together that the relationship dismantled. So she's been trying this for a minute, but it would be always something that would make us not be able to do it. Like either I would move or I wasn't interested or it just didn't work. And this one finally clicked. And I think that she finally figured out how to do it and how to make it work. I think that she's a clone of the, what's that child show? The Neighborhood Talk.
Yeah, that and the Queen Radio, when I seen her do the Nicki Minaj motorsport braids, I was like, girl.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a real, and I don't know if you're going to, I know you're not going to give me the answer that I want for this, but I have to answer it. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. We have to ask the ultimate question here, Richard Lomax, and then we can move on into some other things. But did Ra Ali give Cardi B that knot? Or do you feel like...
She said she did.
She says she did. What did she say? How did she tell you what happened? So what happened? And from what you not, you don't even have to say how she told you. From the conversations that you've had with her, what do you gather happened inside that event?
I never asked what happened, and I wasn't told, so I don't know. Because I watched the same footage that everybody else watched. And I asked, I was like, you
Richard,
did that?
You sat
yes,
next to Ra Ali and you
baby.
never asked her about the knot?
No. I didn't. The only thing I found out was through the video that the girl had the knot, and I asked, did you do that? And she said, yeah. But because it was a big secret for a while.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because Nikki wasn't trying to talk about it, so it was a secret. So she wasn't indulging on a lot. The only time she really indulged was kind of like after it came out.
Yeah, because Nikki said she had the footage, but the footage never came out. That's why I wanted to know. Okay. And then Ra had said, don't make me give you that. I already put a knot on your friend's neck. Now, do you feel like she's writing that knot thing out, like just to promote on site? Do you feel like she's dragging that out? Like she keeps using the fact that her and Cardi B got into that, fight, and that's just going to be her claim to fame?
Well, here's the thing. Ra doesn't have any talent.
Okay. Ooh, wow.
Playing with no damn
Hold on.
shoes.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's not a lot.
Here we are, Richard. Okay. She doesn't have any talent. Okay. Now continue.
None.
Okay.
So playing with shoes all day and organizing them and dusting the bottoms off and tying them up is not a job. It's not, especially since she said I needed to quit mine. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
That's a motherfucking fact.
When it came down to the whole situation, what was the question again? Because I haven't got sidetracked about the
Child, you done threw me. I think that I think I forgot. Well, but you started by saying that Ra.
Well, read the comments. The comments will say.
You said that Ra doesn't have. Well, I actually was talking about the knot, but you were saying that.
That's what I was getting to.
Okay.
Here we go. I got it. So she doesn't have any talent. So if you notice, every year that goes by that she's not on reality TV ever since then, she kind of fades to black. She wasn't popping before. Nobody was really searching for her. And these are the things that people have told me because I was always in her corner. And then you start to realize, you were like, well, maybe they're all right. There's nobody checking for her. That's probably why your ass Richard ain't popping like he's supposed to, because she ain't popping. How the fuck she gonna make you pop if she can't pop? So if when she goes through these spells of I need to be seen, she'll pick a fight with the girl from VH1.
Cardi B?
Put a knot on Cardi's head.
Wow.
She'll get into another argument or scuffle at Diddy's New Year's party. These bring light to who she is, and they bring traffic to her page, which brings traffic to her promotions, her deals, her endorsements. That's what this is. So it's just a cry for look at me, because she doesn't have any talent.
Now, let's talk about that. Now, I want to ask you an honest question, and we have almost 3,000 people here watching, and there's going to be many more hundreds of thousands watching, hopefully hundreds of thousands, but I'm just saying this to say now, and I want you to be honest, Richard. Like, I want you to take a deep breath and be honest. Like, be honest. Do you think that she picks on Cardi B?
I think that she posts Cardi with topics that are related to celebrity drama. And what I think is the things that she posts are a little detrimental to Cardi's career. And Cardi does not like that. So like before with other blogs, it was easy for her to say, take that down. If not, it's going to get it popping. She can't do that with Ra or on site. And I think that bothers her. So since Ra knows her triggers, she pulls them.
Right. So it's safe to say that when she posts Cardi, like she would post other blogs, like as a regular blog, like as news, there's an intent there with Cardi. Like it's personal. It's just not news. It's personal with Cardi B.
At this point, well, not necessarily personal, because if that knot was put on her head and Cardi hasn't done anything yet, then that means she's not really going to do anything. So it's best to just sit back and wait. However, in order to get that blog to the capacity of being taken seriously, she needed to get some type of following and promotion that her page was not giving that brand. So it made sense for her to come at somebody that had over 19, 20 million followers, somebody that had a connection to the knot. The knot went viral. You know, Cardi outlived the knot, you know, kind of overlooked it at some point, but it was still there. And she was supposed to be allegedly the cause of it. So, of course, I'm going to dig and pick at you because I know that you're going to respond. Cardi has to stop responding to her.
So you basically said that, yes, it's personal. She knows that she's doing that to get clicks and views, like we said. So she's doing that to get a reaction out of Cardi, which will drive traffic to on site, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So Ra Ali drags Cardi B to get traction to on site. Yes. Okay. And so let me ask you, so how does that make you feel? Because, so do you have a problem with Cardi B?
But I was kind of like trying to ride. So
no, you cut out. You cut out. You cut out. You cut out. So do you have
now?
No. Okay. You're good now.
Okay. No, I don't have an issue with her.
Okay.
I never did. And I don't like a bunch of the music because it's just not my thing, but I don't have any problems with her. I never did. But I guess I tried to create one just because of my friend.
Okay.
But I don't have any.
Well, okay. So Richard, you know I love you. Hold on. You know I love you. So I have to say, if you created a problem with Cardi B after not having a problem with her, you don't have to like her music for your friend, then that would mean that Ra's digs to Cardi is personal because you felt like you have to not like her because Rod don't like her. So that's personal because you don't have a problem with Cardi.
They threatened the girl.
What?
They threatened the girl. They threatened her to go shoot up her damn parents' house. Hell yeah, I got a problem with that.
Who threatened who?
Ahmad.
Oh, okay. Listen.
I'm saying you don't know the whole situation, like with the whole Star Brim and the whole.
No, see, like, I don't get that far into it. No, I don't. I'm not gonna be on. I stop at. I really stop at Nicki Cardi. I don't go Raw Star Brim.
Oh yeah, it was bad. And my thing was, if your parents' house is threatened to be shot up, is the blog that serious to where you gonna keep doing it?
Okay.
I'm not trying to say run from any situations, but at some point, if somebody's threatening your parents, you know, you gonna sit there and they ain't gotta go do whatever they're gonna do today. It could be tomorrow, it could be next month, it could be 5 years from now. This blog and being in people's business is more important than the safety of your family.
Okay.
Big back.
Okay. So it's safe to say that Richard Lomax does not have a problem with Cardi B. However, you are riding with your friend, and as you should have. So if Cardi B was listening right now, what would you say to Cardi B? Because you did say something on that video that Rob recorded. And I'm going to ask you about that too. You were at the end of that. Remember that she released that response to Cardi B, or was it to Star Brim? You was on some on-site recording. So if Cardi was listening right now and she thought you hated her, what would you say to Cardi B?
Girl, I don't hate you, and culture is adorable.
Aww. Okay.
Just don't be making threats, because the only reason I don't violate Ra is for the respect that I have for her parents.
Okay.
That's the only reason. So
okay.
this nonsense that I'm talking now, it ain't nothing but my personal opinion of her and her character.
Yes.
So I'm just
we're not getting personal.
Her character.
Right.
Yeah, we're not getting personal. I'm talking about her character. But the respect that I have for her parents, I wouldn't do, whatever. I don't care what she does, but I'm not going to do that because I actually respect her parents.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. Now, what do you think that was messy? What happened with Future's baby mama Eliza, and then on site Riley was just with her in Miami.
Them on the boat?
Yeah, like I know you heard about that whole thing. How did you feel about that? What was up with that?
I didn't think that was messy at all. There's certain platforms and certain pictures and stuff that I'll like and I'll comment on, and it winds up in somebody's messages. Okay. There was no ill intent. There was no attraction. They just happened to be in Miami together. Okay. And I do think that Rob went live on purpose to clear it up. you know, but, and also to be, I mean, it could have been slightly messy on Ra's end, but not on Eliza's end. Eliza wasn't being messy.
No,
And
Ra
didn't
was
put her up to
being
do
messy.
nothing either.
But Ra didn't put her up to
Possibly
do
by
it.
getting on sites live.
Right. Okay. And there's one more thing. Okay, so the pre-recorded clapbacks. Why does she do that? Why can't she just stand on her own and go live? Like, what do y'all sit and say, okay, we're gonna edit these clapbacks and like edit them up and pre-record them and release them? Because you was on one of them.
I sent in a voice note of me. She said, I need you to respond to this and say something really funny. I said, to who? And I went and looked at who the hell she was talking about. I was like, for what? What are you talking about, this thug? Why do I have to respond to this thug? Just do it and be funny. I was like, okay. So I figured something out to say, and we sent it in. So it's mostly to get attention to the site, which is not a bad thing. It's just annoying because I don't be wanting to do all of that.
Well,
and them pre-recorded clips, you know, she thought she was killing it. It got a lot of views.
Yes, it did. Well, Richard, listen.
That's why.
Oh, go ahead.
Like, hold on a moment. In the comments, they're like, "Oh, you violated her already." I have not. Trust me. I have not.
No, because you are going live. Are you going live tonight? Go ahead and promote your show.
My show is called The Recap.
Are you going live tonight?
What we do is, after I tune in to On Site,
okay.
I will be. I'll be writing them comments from a different page.
Well,
and I will be tuning in to see what's being said, and then I will respond on the recap, which is on Station Head, and it's Rich, R-I-C-H, Lomax, L-O-M-A-X. Type that into the search, and we will be going as soon as she's done. I'll probably go around live around maybe 10 o'clock, 9:30.
Okay. And I'm glad that you did this on here because a lot of my people have Androids too, so they can't get on Station Head. You have to have an iPhone. So I'm glad that they got some live talk with you for those people that are not going to be able to hear it on Station Head. But with that being said, Richard, I think that that's it. Unless you had anything else you want to say, if Ra is listening, which she probably is, and that other girl, you know she's listening. If not, her people are because they just love me so much. What do you have to say?
My thing is, I attacked Tasha K for Ra. Whether she wanted me to or not, I went to bat for her because Tasha K came for Ra. She talked about her weight, her shape, everything. And I'll always defend her. And the fact that she comes and talks about how she's not going to respond to YouTubers because she thinks that is beneath her when you're working with one, it shows the lack of respect that you should have for anybody that you are getting views and content from. And it also puts somebody else in a situation to kind of question how you really feel about them and the level of integrity that you have. So before you come out your face about anybody on any platform, on YouTube or anything going forward,
especially
look
YouTube,
at yourself. Because you couldn't do the numbers that Tasha K are doing. And you act like you didn't know who she was.
She not doing the numbers we doing,
show.
Period.
She act like you don't know who Armon Wiggins is, and you do, because you listened to his show when I talked about Remy. And I'm done.
Well, yes.
I have integrity. I don't allow nobody to call me a SAG. Period.
Well, Richard Lomax, it's been a phenomenal thing. I'm glad that you're on now. And now I don't know if you want to step into the lion's den because I'm gonna let you off now. But I am going to open the lines for one or two. Do you want to talk to people or not? You don't have to. This is totally optional. The interview is done.
Oh, you going to open the lines to talk to people that call in?
Yes, I was. If they want to ask you a question.
Oh, well, actually, I'm about to tune into On Site.
Okay, well, go ahead and tune into that, and we'll talk to you later, Richard.
Matter of fact, I can wait because it's going to be recorded. It's fine.
Okay, if anybody would like to ask Richard Lomax to call or make a statement, call in right now. And and he got to go because he got to get ready to see what's going on. And the number is 563-999-3658. And the super chat to the top gets you immediate access. Shout out to my girl, Candace Daytime T. And I don't know why they be trying to drag my motherfucking sister into this. Candace is not with the mess. And y'all leave her out of your comments. Y'all leave her out of your mess. And you leave her out of your drama. You guys are bitter and you're jealous. And I love Candace. Okay. So let me take this call. But you got to turn. Richard, the lines have just flooded. I mean, they literally just flooded. But we're not going to take all these calls. Yes, but you're going to have to super chat to the top if you don't want to wait, and you're going to have to be ready with turn down in the back. And this is one of those days where you guys are going to call me rude, because if you're not ready, he has to go. So I cannot sit and wait for you to be connected. So the first number I'm going to call is last 4152. You're live on the air. Okay. 4152.
Hey, Armon.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Nothing. I'm just wanting to hear your opinion on something about the Raw situation.
Okay.
With Tasha K investigating her. Do you think Raw is gonna find some dirt, and do you think Tasha K is gonna sue, or is she like totally drained?
Oh, I think that'd be everything. I think that Tasha K is definitely gonna bite back. Like, you know what I mean? Tasha K is not gonna. I don't think now at this point.
Threatening to sue somebody.
Well, at this point, I don't even think it might come out, but we got to see what happens. But I don't think that Tasha K, if Ra Ali comes to and really tries to expose Tasha K, that is Tasha K. game. That's her realm. She waiting on that, right? That's where she play, like that's where she thrives. So you just like that's not a game you want to play with her unless you're willing to get dirty. Because Tasha K will be in rare form in that mode. Mm-hmm. Okay? And she's waiting for it.
So. I feel like she is. She's sitting back just waiting.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to hear your opinion on that. Thank you.
All right, so we got Dazzle Tarot 0317. We're going to pull her. We're going to take a couple for Richard Lomax, and then we're done. 03, what's her number? Let me hold on, Richard. These are for Richard Lomax only. 0317. You want to talk to me? You can talk to me later. Girl, you're not even on here. I don't even see you on the freaking list. Oh, my God, the lines are the Richard. Hold on, I can't even.
What happened?
The lines are through the roof, and I can't even see this girl number. She didn't even. I don't even know her. See her number. Oh, here we go. Okay, 0317. You're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So my only question to him is this: after everyone is seeing you saying this, what do you say to the subscribers who really religiously believe what everyone is saying? Like, you know,
and what is it that everyone is saying?
Okay, so you have these like diehard fans of Ra Ali who will believe anything she says, right? So you have those type of fans. You have other fans that's in the comment section. Like, what would you tell them about really believing everything they hear?
Well, it's not about what people say. It's about what they do. And I am not the first friend, and I won't be the last.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Well, that's the only thing I wanted to ask. But I really just wanted to super chat our mom because I didn't get a chance to before. But you know, them good old checks that came in for your stimulus.
Shout out to the stimulus check. Thank you, Bo.
Well, all right.
5385. You're live on the air. Come on, baby. Come on, Eva.
I have two questions. One question is, and I know it's, you know, you said you don't speak on other things, but is Ra Ali really married? And is how do you feel about the Barb saying that you fell out with Ra Ali because now you're going to be like a CARDI stan?
Well, no, that's not. I don't know. That's just not it. I feel like the Barb's do a lot, and so do the fans of Cardi. They do a lot, and they stir up a lot. Half of this stuff that be going on is you be like, what are you talking about? But no. If Cardi wanted to speak, I would say hi. If Nicki wanted to speak, I'd say hi. I'm kind of neutral. I don't have an issue, a real issue. The only issue I had was with threats being made to shoot up people's parents' houses. I don't like that.
Okay.
And is Raleigh really married? Because I have
yet
to find out. Okay.
I was at the wedding. What you was looking for? Marriage? Wait,
you can find those online.
Really? You was looking for her? Well, people have been looking for her marriage certificate?
I've been looking because I've heard stories about Miss Rashida or Rashilia Ali or whatever the hell you say her name.
Okay.
Rashida.
All right, we're going to take another call because we got to get Richard out of here. 0553.
Bye, caller.
Hi, baby.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I wanted to ask a question of
Oh shit! Call back. I hung up on you on accident. Damn it. Oops. Damn. Call back. Okay, I'm gonna take another random. Richard, give me one more second. We gotta take another random. Okay, 9885. Call back, babe. Call back. Okay, call back. 9885. Go ahead.
Hi. Can I just clear up something? I just want to know if Richard, this is for you. Cardi did not threaten to shoot up the house. It was more so like, we know where you live type thing, correct?
Well, what does that mean?
Like that, but she didn't separately say that. It was a threat, absolutely, but it wasn't to what you're saying because everyone's speaking out about it in the comments.
We know where your parents live.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically stop speaking on me because we know like a threat. It was a threat, but it wasn't like we're gonna come shoot you up where you live. Like
but
I don't
is that
want
okay?
Because everyone, no, absolutely not. But there's a difference. There's a difference. I feel like.
What are you going to do? Go look at the house when you go there?
No, absolutely not. But I think that's more of a threat. Like, don't play with us. We know where you live. Because I've said that, but I didn't say I was going to go. I mean, the fact that people are
that don't make no motherfucking sense at all. You don't threaten no motherfucking body.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Okay, we're going to thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
You motherfuckers don't be having no goddamn logic.
Richard. Shit. Okay, thank you, caller. Okay, last one, and we got to get Richard out of here. 0553, you're live on the air.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Look, I was going to say, Richard done went in for the one time.
I mean, I don't play about her parents. I love her parents. I don't like her. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you on that. When it comes to family, that's a whole different monster. So I feel you on that. I wanted to make a comment about the F word.
Okay.
I want you and Armon both to hear me close.
Okay.
Any woman, I don't care, gay, straight, whatever the case may be, if she uses the F word with you, even jokingly, that tells you something about her character.
Period.
That's not something that you can play with. That's not a good joke. That's equivalent to me because I'm a woman, so I can only relate that to a white person. I'm a black woman. So if a white person that I'm friends with, because I have plenty of white friends, I have friends of all different walks of life, if they came to me on some my N-word, whatever, that's a whole different problem. There's no joking about that. There's no laughing about that. I can't play that off. And for a person to use that with you, saying that it's jokingly, that's how they feel about you. That's their undertone. That doesn't turn into an angry word unless it's a word that you already have in your vocabulary. We talk a lot on this channel about the F word, what it means, what it represents, how it makes a person feel. You cannot use that word in a joking manner. Why would you want to?
And see, that was the next place I was going to. That was the next place. The fact, even for those people that say, but what if, but why can't I, but if you can say this, those are people that I can't fool with either. Because you're not understanding that affects me. You're making it about you when it has nothing to do with you. This is the word that bothers me.
Yes. Because, see, you talk about it on your channel sometimes where you'll say that, like, you're skeptical about women sometimes because you feel like that's something that might be said behind closed doors.
Right.
I'm the type of person that I don't even play about that word. I actually lost what I wouldn't call it a friend. I would call it more so of an acquaintance. But a male acquaintance of mine I actually fell out with him about you. I was watching one of your videos one day, and he made a statement of like, oh, if that F word, this, da-da-da-da. I don't play. If you think like that, we're not on the same mind wave, period. I don't deal with that vibe. I don't have respect for it. My dad, he's old too. Back in the day, they used to use that word kind of loosely. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just the biggest way to insult a man is to call him an F word. I even checked my dad about that word to the point he does not use that word even jokingly, nothing. I don't play about it. And I feel like a person who really cares about you and respects you wouldn't even have it in their vocabulary, because I don't care how mad I get at my gay friend. That's never going to be what I call you, because that would mean that's how I feel about you even when I'm not mad at you.
Here's my thing on that, too, and I totally agree with you. And I'm not agreeing because I agree. You know, because if you said something that didn't make, that made sense on a different level, I'd agree. So somebody's like, you just agree because she agreed with you. Yeah, but if something else was said, then yes. But I will say this. I feel like when men and women use that word, it makes it really difficult for me to respect them, because there's always the possibility, that you don't get to necessarily determine what your child comes out as. So if you in your mind think that this little this and this little boy that and this little girl that, then how are you going to feel when your child possibly comes out and says, Mommy or Daddy, I'm this? My sister, before she had my first nephew, because she's pregnant now, I had a conversation with her, because she knows me and she knows what I went through growing up. And I had a conversation with her, the child's father. And I'm like, so what's going to happen when and if my nephew happens to be gay? Well, we're going to love him regardless. And I looked at the father. I was like, and you? She said, that's going to be my son regardless. I was like, just making sure. Thank you. And then I was done with it. Because you don't do that to children. There was an article that I read that this man, the stepfather, killed this young boy because he showed signs of femininity. Killed him. That's somebody else's son. That the stepfather killed him, beat him crazy, and murdered him.
Richard, okay.
There are children dying every day. For this, so
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Yes. Okay, Richard, I love you so much. Thank you for calling in, Richard. Hello? Richard? Oh, I just want to, I know you got to watch. Oh, you ready for some? Okay, I was done because I know you got to get out of here. So I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you. You can call me anytime, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful and I'm thankful that you called in. And if nothing else, as long as I'm successful and you successful, I always got your back, and it's never nothing personal. It's nothing but love from me to you, because that's what it's been from the beginning. And you've always been a supporter of my channel. And so, let me tell you something. When I heard that, and when I heard the way that the text went, like, that's why I text you. It wasn't about no tea. It wasn't about anything like that. Like, and we talked earlier. I really felt that way. I don't play that. And you see my people on my channel, they know I don't play that F word game, period. I don't care. That's not something that I play with on any level. So I just want to say thanks for coming. Any last words before I let you go?
Yeah, whenever I come on and I need to get something across, I did it on this platform because it's on YouTube and we're brothers. So I needed to get something across. And we also agreed that we don't play those games when it comes to that word. So that was something I need to express, and I need to do that on this channel. You did not set me up for anything. Anything that I came forward with was something that I wanted to talk about.
And let's be very clear.
No.
Right. And let's be very clear. This channel is the channel that he's going to do it to, because there's time. And I've even watched in his live. And it's nothing, like I said, I love my women. I love women. But you got to come to a place where, because I was watching his live and there was women callers calling in. And every time he would explain why he was upset, they would say, not that I'm trying to downplay how you feel, but maybe she didn't mean it like that. Not that I'm trying to downplay how you feel, but maybe Rod didn't do this, or maybe you shouldn't have said this, or don't go like, no, because let me sit up here and tell a black woman, yeah, I'm going there right now, what she should and what she shouldn't feel some type of way about. Half of the hoes that don't like me would be breaking hell wide open. So don't tell me with my gay ass what to be offended about. And then when I tell you as a gay man, I'm offended by the F word, don't tell me, well, why are you offended? Because if you can say this, then I should be able to. I don't give a damn what you can say or we can say. I'm telling you why I'm offended. This has nothing to do with you and what you say or what I say. And that was pissing me off because I kept hearing people say, well, what's the problem? Because if a black woman say this is not about black women. This is about the F word being used towards a gay person and them being upset about it. Mm-hmm. Why are we talking about who says what to who? That's not this conversation. Because he didn't call her fish and he called her and she called him the F word and then he got mad. No, she called him the F word and then he got mad.
Over something.
So it wasn't like he called her the B word and then she called him the F word. No, she called him the F word. So why are we talking about what he could possibly call her when he didn't call her anything? Richard's call drop. So that pisses me off when it gets to a point where we're getting to this match of, well, if you can say this, I can say this. It's not about that. It's about the fact that I'm irritated that someone insulted me. I don't give a damn if it's a gay person, woman, man, girl, whoever. I'm irritated right now. Don't make this about you. So that's just what it is. This has nothing to do with anybody else but the principle of the fact that they were friends and she called him a derogatory name. It has nothing to do with her being a woman, straight, but nothing. Why did you call me that? You're not gay. Why you called me that name with the intent to offend me? And so I don't understand why people are trying to downplay that like he should have been over that. And so that's why he came to this platform, because had he went to any of the other platforms, people would have been making it seem like that he shouldn't have had spoken out about it or he shouldn't have had an opinion on it. And y'all know I don't play that game over here. So y'all go to them other platforms that's vying for clicks and views. So you can get your homophobia off over there, but don't come over here with it. To you gays that's over there trying to, eat off of that, well, y'all can have it because y'all trash too. All right. But yeah, we done went an hour and 30 minutes. Let me take a couple. Well, actually, the show's done. I love you all for watching. Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody who's contributed and donated. If you didn't get through them next time, make sure you super chat your way to the top. And thanks for your support. We got into some things. Let me tell you something. We do legendary shows. Legendary shows here on the Armon Wiggins Show. I don't know what you've been told. I don't know what you thought. But don't ever get it twisted. Hi to everybody in the back. Hi. Hi to everybody that hates me, but you're still watching. Thank you. I know you love me. And if you don't, you still here. And I see we got 2,000 people on here, but y'all don't want to hit the subscribe button. It's all good because y'all still watching. So the subscribers don't get me, subscriptions don't get me paid, child. The clips and the views do. See, a lot of y'all try to act like y'all don't want to subscribe to me. But if you do want to subscribe, please subscribe because you're going to come back anyway. And for those people that just genuinely support me, thank you. I love y'all. But child, these girls be trying to act like, oh, they don't want to hit the button. But girl, they watch everything. If you would like to become a member, please do so. If you have any tips, any tea, any shade, email me. Also follow me at the Armon Wiggins Show at gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at the Armon Wiggins Show. Follow me on Twitter at the Armon Wiggins Show, okay? We're getting into some things. I love you all, and thank you for a legendary show. Until next time, I want you to keep that same energy. And I'll see you. Somebody said, how do you get? No, I'm not talking about that. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Oh, wait, no. And I do want to address a side note real quick, because a lot of people are talking about, well, why do you want to get paid? This person gets paid off of this. And Armon, when people super chat you only get 65% of this. Let me tell you something. I'm a business, and this is what I do. And I haven't learned the other aspects of it yet. But I don't mind super chats, and I don't mind them taking 30% or whatever the case may be, because a bunch of cash apps, that don't do anything for me for my earned income. Okay, so when you need to go out and get a loan or buy a house or buy a car, or file taxes, you have to prove income. I don't know how to prove a bunch of cash apps. I don't even want to deal with that. So it doesn't bother me at the end of the year when I get my 1099 form, okay? Let's be very clear. So that doesn't bother me that a person, like, to me, I go ahead, because that adds to my bottom line. And when you go ahead and get the super chats and things like that, that adds to your yearly. And so when you get those tax forms, those documents, and you go to apply for something and they need that federal paperwork and you can get approved for something, you can show something. I can't show my cash apps. Stupid. But I can show that 1099. Stupid. Don't ever get it twisted. So let's be very clear. I welcome super chats. Thank you, guys. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Hold on. We just got that. Just when you thought it was over, just when you thought. Don't play with me. Be original. Okay.